Hey guys, first of all, sorry for the very long break. I had a lot of important stuff to do. I had my bachelor's in Germany. I flew back to Germany for a few days and stuff like that. So now I'm back again, and this episode is about whether you should start your own store or buy a store from someone else. And there are a few things that you should keep in mind if you buy a store. And let me just quickly close that. There are a few things that you should keep in mind if you buy a store from someone else. I see this a lot, that people buy a store from someone even though it basically has just one sale or two sales. So people think that if a store made a sale already, it's worth a lot just because they have this blockade in mind that they think, okay, I cannot make any sale. If this guy made a sale already, the store is worth something. So this is basically what they think. But this is obviously total nonsense. It doesn't mean anything. It could be luck. It could be that he paid a lot to get this single sale. Same goes with if people have a dropshipping store and only made sales, for example, through direct Facebook advertising. So they don't have their own products. They don't have their own stuff, they don't have their site ranked anywhere, they don't have a certain audience or stuff like this, so all their sales come from direct Facebook ads. While I agree that it could be somewhat valuable to have very well running Facebook ad campaign, it's usually not that great to buy a store that only has this, because it means that they have nothing proprietary or nothing that is really useful to you. Just this one little campaign that could be like over in a week or in 2 weeks or whenever, and then you stand there and you don't have an audience, you don't have any real things that you can build on. For example, consider you buy a store where someone is ranked on Google in a top 5 position for certain keywords relevant to your niche. This would of course be very valuable. Or if someone has an existing customer base of 5,000 people that you can send emails to, or someone has an email list of 10,000 people, or someone has a big Facebook audience. These are all things where you could say, okay, it makes sense to buy the store. Or if he has a very long track record, for example, he's selling successfully for half a year or 1 year or 2 years, then you can think, okay, it's pretty likely that this will continue. But if you buy a store that is very new, that has, like I said, 1 to 5 or 10 sales or something like that, it's basically it's not worth anything, in my opinion, more or less. So of course you could say, okay, I don't have to set it up myself, and it's still a little more valuable than if I start from scratch. But I wouldn't pay, let's say, anything more than a few $100 for it in the best case. So I regularly see people who literally buy a store that made 5 sales and pay like $1,000 for it or more, because they think, oh man, this guy made the sales, this is crazy. Stay away from that. It makes only sense to buy a store if there is something that you cannot like easily copy in a short amount of time. And if the only thing about a store is that he has one winning ad or something like this, it's usually not worth it at all. Especially if some people think that if they buy the store, they now get the winning product, but obviously this makes no sense, because you would always ask the seller what he's selling first. So you won't buy a store out of nowhere. You would say, hey, okay, show me your store, of course. And he would show you, and then you see all the products. So it's not that he has some secret weapon, a product that no one knows about and that you need in order to get the sales. So yeah, these are the things that I recommend. And if you don't have enough money to buy such a store that has either some organic ranking or some brand already established or customers or anything like that, because normally they are quite expensive, then I always recommend to start your own. And this is also the message. 95% of the time it makes more sense to start your own if you really want to go in the space, because else you have to invest quite a lot in the beginning. If you still want to sell your store, you can do it on if you want to buy a store, more likely you can go on sites like Flippa, or you can go to Facebook groups. You can only join my Facebook group, the link is somewhere in the description. You can ask around, you can go to Empire Flippers, but there the stores are quite expensive. Yeah, these are all the things that you can do. However, normally I recommend to just build your own, because in most cases this makes more sense. You will learn more stuff, and it's also not that extremely expensive, of course. So yeah, I hope this little video after my long absence was helpful to you. Now I try to push out some more regular stuff, so I hope that I will be able to make the next one within the next few days already, but within the next 1 or 2 weeks I can't really promise anything, but I try. However, good luck with your stuff, and let me know if you have any questions. See you.